Cobra Kai is full of well-written characters, some of who returned from the original Karate Kid, as well as others newly introduced. The recurring characters have varying intelligence levels, and there are some side characters, like Daniel's cousin, Louie, who are definitely some of the most unintelligent characters in the series. So, in today's video, here's our list of the Cobra Kai characters ranked by intelligence. First up at number 13, Raymond Porter, aka Stingray. Raymond Porter's initial introduction might make the viewers believe that Stingray isn't an intelligent man. After all, he spends most of his free time playing games with teens or deferring to them in leadership roles. But he's not unintelligent. He's just someone who missed out on some important milestones in his youth and has trouble making new friends. Stingray is a very creative person. He's able to craft Dungeons and Dragons campaigns inspired by his time in the dojo. He's perfectly capable of telling an elaborate lie to protect himself. While Stingray might be emotionally stuck, he's still smart. After that, at number 12, Anthony LaRusso. Anthony's presented as nothing more than an annoying little brother in the first 2 seasons. He doesn't seem to have an interest in karate. Instead, he prefers to put his focus into video games. Anthony is a smart kid, though he often allows his own jealousy to get the better of him. He catfishes Kenny while playing video games, and develops a lot of creative pranks that lead to him bullying Kenny. He also spends a lot of time using his big brain for bad acts, but by season 5, he knows he's been cruel and tries to change. Anthony's creative thought process is put into better use, helping the Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang students learn their lessons. Then at number 11, Johnny Lawrence. Johnny Lawrence is trying his best to change in Cobra Kai by creating a new dojo and teaching his kids to have the self-confidence to stand up and fight for themselves. He has some absolutely hilarious and witty lines in the series that reflect the way he still lives with an 80s mindset and doesn't fully understand the modern world, most notably phones and technology. Johnny is trying to learn and change, especially with the help of his new student, Miguel, but still clings to dangerous habits like drunk driving. Johnny has made strides to understand teens in the modern day over Cobra Kai's 5 seasons, and he's trying his best to make more logical decisions, but he's still more likely to react to a situation with his fists rather than his mind. Entering the top 10, Samantha LaRusso. Samantha seems to be a pretty capable student, but she also spends most of the series being naive and isn't very confident with her decisions. She lets Yasmin mercilessly bully her former best friend, Aisha, and doesn't stand up to her or even comfort her, even though she feels terrible about it. Samantha tries to solve problems without violence, much like her father, but she rarely goes about it smartly. She holds in what she's actually feeling, especially in her relationships with Miguel and Robbie, and it causes a lot of problems. By season 5, she spends a lot of time putting voice to her feelings and having to fix her own mistakes, but she's becoming a lot better at formulating plans to take Cobra Kai down. At number 9, Robbie Keane. Robbie, like his father Johnny, is trying to change and become a better person throughout the show. He has a difficult past, where he was broke and fell in with a group that committed petty crimes. Robbie thinks he can have a better life when he becomes close to Daniel and starts dating Sam, but that he has lied to both Sam and Daniel about Johnny being his father and Miguel returning Mr. Miyagi's Medal of Honor proves that he just doesn't make the most intelligent decisions, and not to mention losing control during the season 2 finale fight. Still, Robbie works very hard to turn his life around, and a lot of the skills that he picked up from his days as part of a group of thieves actually make him more street smart than most of the characters. Up next at number 8, Tori Nichols. Tori's savvier and tends to catch on quicker than most of the other teens on the show. She starts a relationship with Miguel after convincing him to move on from Sam, but quickly picks up on the fact that the two still have feelings for each other. She knows how to stand up for herself and can speak her mind. Still, she makes some unintelligent decisions, like starting the fight at the end of the 2nd season, and seems to choose Kreese over Johnny. But she's incredibly capable, as she proves in season 5, while she single-handedly tried to bring Cobra Kai down from the inside inside. Coming in at number 7, Hawk, aka Eli Moskowitz. Eli is a sensitive and kind kid who seems to be an incredibly intelligent student in school, but he turns into Hawk and begins to spiral out of control as he gets a new persona. Hawk makes some pretty quick and harsh decisions without thinking through the consequences, and he goes straight to violence and bullying to solve his problems. And although it's not Eli's fault, he initially falls for Kreese's manipulation and makes some unintelligent decisions when he wrecks Miyagi-Do and chooses Kreese over Johnny. Moving on to number 6, Aisha Robinson. Aisha's a confident, caring, and intelligent character who really grows throughout the show without losing her core kindness. She wants to get along with everybody, especially her off and on best friend Sam. Even though she stands up for Cobra Kai and isn't afraid to fight, she doesn't think that they really need to fight each other. Aisha is one of the few characters who actually tries to get the two groups to get along. She grows from her experience, and even after moving away from all the drama and karate rivalries, she still gives Sam some wise advice for dealing with her own trauma. Making the top 5, Daniel LaRusso. Daniel is obviously an intelligent and savvy character who's built a successful business since the Karate Kid. Still, he's focused too much on Miyagi-Do and allowed his responsibilities with his wife at the auto group to falter. He tries his best to be a good father, but he overreacts to typical things teens do, like Robbie lying to him, and his harsh reactions cause much trouble. Daniel also makes hasty decisions without fully thinking through the consequences. For instance, manipulating the rent at Cobra Kai without thinking about the other businesses he's hurting. And he always feels regret when he truly thinks things through after they're done. As more traumatic moments from his past are brought up, Daniel learns how to get his temper in check and make more rational decisions. On to number 4, Dimitri Alexopoulos. Dimitri is arguably one of the smartest teens in the series, and not just academically. Yes, Dimitri proves he's got a lot of random trivia knowledge, but he's got a lot of practical knowledge too. He immediately understood the lessons Daniel tried to teach him with unconventional methods of karate. Dimitri is also way more tech savvy than both Eli or Anthony. Dimitri has a summer job setting up people's phones and computers. He's also the key in getting into the Cobra Kai system to find security footage the group can use against them. Into the top 3 with Vanessa LaRusso. Vanessa is technically not a main character, but as a member of the LaRusso's extended family, she's on the edge of a few important storylines in the recent seasons. Even Amanda and Daniel initially thought she's a bit of an airhead, but they're quickly proven wrong when they discover how dedicated to her study of child psychology she was. Vanessa's incredibly perceptive. She understands exactly what's going on with Anthony after just a few interactions with him and his family. A few pointed questions, and she's able to unravel Anthony's entire bullying problem, even if she tells him stuff he doesn't want to hear. Also at number 2, Amanda LaRusso. Amanda's a capable and confident character who successfully runs the LaRusso Auto Group as the CEO of the company. She's more logical and level-headed than her husband, and gives him a lot of good advice throughout the show, which he usually tends not to take. She diffuses Johnny and Daniel's rivalry on more than one occasion, and is constantly telling them both to forget the past, or at least find a way to move beyond it. She's also a great mother who has calmer reactions when her children mess up. Even when Amanda decided to help Daniel bring down Cobra Kai, she was the voice of reason amongst the group of adults who were used to literally fighting their way out of situations. Finally, at number 1, John Kreese. John Kreese is arguably the most intelligent character of the show, and unfortunately, he uses all of his abilities and knowledge to carry out his villainous plans. He's a master manipulator and knows how to interact with everyone just right so he can get his own way. He's able to almost effortlessly steal Cobra Kai back from Johnny and get the loyalty of most of his students. Even when he ended up in prison for a crime he didn't actually commit, he could manipulate the other inmates, the prison psychologist and Tori, into doing what he wanted them to. Terry Silver might have got the best of him temporarily, but Kreese Kreese is the main villain to watch. And that's a wrap for this video. What do you think of our list? Let us know in the comments below. Do give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell notification for similar videos. See you in the next one.